Wow, I'm holding my FlipCam. I brought it along because it's still working pretty good. Anyway, I've come up the grade here. It's about 6 miles. It's about 6 miles. The first 3 miles is probably 5%, and then it levels off for about a mile, and then it does another 2 miles of climb. It's really not that hard. I guess we've come up 1,200 feet maybe, and I still got a little bit more. As you can see around here, it's all wheat or barley, I don't know, maybe oats, but it's been harvested already. And traffic is light, and the weather is it's about 55, so I would call that near perfect for these conditions. Very quiet. I mean, wouldn't it, you know, down on the gorge, it was, or since I've left, it seems like I've just been right in the middle of just traffic, and it was mind-boggling. And now it sounds so peaceful and nice out here. I do have about 130 miles to go to Bend, and somewhere around sunset, I'll start looking for a stealth camp, and I'll probably just wind up like off the side of the road next to a fence. So I'm at the very beginning of a monster climb out of the town of Maupin, which is right there. Lots of good stuff in Maupin. There's actually a city park that has a campground, RV parks, and there's camping. This is the Deschutes River, and there's a road that runs up it, and there's 1,000 places to camp along the river. But I'm trying to make it out of Maupin today. Way up. I've had at least 3 people tell me this is going to be the toughest climb. We'll see. This is probably the reason why this route, or this highway 197 is not on any ACA routes, is probably because this just incredible amount of elevation gain. So I left Redmond this morning here on Highway 97. I've just made it to Bend. It's only about 15 or 20 miles. And the weather looking good. The mountains out. All the mountains are snow-capped. Fresh snow. And what I'm going to do is go into Bend. I posted the first video last night from the hotel. It took me 5 hours to make that video. Anyway, I'm going to spend the day in Bend and probably tomorrow, I think that's how you say it, State Park, just a couple miles outside of Bend. There's also a campground in town called Sunview Meadows, I forget. And on the southern part of town, the town of Bend butts up against the National Forest. So there's a road that runs out into the National Forest. I believe it's China Hat Road. Anyway, just made it to Bend, population 80,000. So I'm here about 5 miles south of the town of Bend on Highway 97. I rode out here last night, right till I got to the portal sign showing where the National Forest begins, and then I went into the forest about 300 feet, and that's where I camped. It's not stealth camping so much, it's dispersed camping. And I'm headed today south to the town of Maupin, and I've got my eye on Klamath Falls, which is 135 miles. That's going to be a 2-day. So I'm southbound on 97, and I'm going to turn to 31 East. Just didn't have this planned. I just thought that it would be better than riding on the freeway or the highway. A lot of traffic on 97 and very little on 31. It's supposed to be very scenic. It's kind of the outback of Oregon. Take me down through Silver Lake and Lakeview, and then routing from there is pretty easy to Reno. So 31 East. So I'm here on Highway 31, and I gotta say it was a very good choice. Highway 31 looks like this. Almost no, haven't passed any houses, so it's very sparsely populated, and not a lot of traffic. Much better than Highway 97. The surrounding area looks like a clear cut, probably 15 or 20 years ago, and would be perfect for stealth camping. There's also two small towns, or maybe three, between here and the town of Lakeview. There's also 2 or 3 state parks which have campgrounds. Not sure if any of them have hiker biker, but we might stop at one and inquire. Anyway, Highway 31 headed east. Here's a little tip. This little rock outcropping right here just kind of comes up like that, and it's kind of smooth everywhere else. But this is like one of my favorite places to stealth camp, right? All you need to be, because I mean this cliff face it's got to be 30 or 40 feet. So you just go in right over there and wheel the bicycle up right to the top and back, and no one would ever look. That's it's like my #1 spot. I always look for that high ground. Good morning. Still on Highway 31 here at sunrise, and spent the night, just pulled over in the Deschutes National Forest last night. It's kind of open and dry. Still haven't had any water here. Sun is just now making its appearance. It's a beautiful road, Highway 31. Let's see, I have 16 miles to the town of Silver Lake, and then there's a couple of state parks that's real close to there that I want to just at least roll through and have a look. So at mile marker 29, there's a place called Horse Ranch. It's right here. It's a little, probably 30 by 20 building that has a convenience store. I think it's private. They have a campground, showers, laundry, Wi-Fi. Private campground. It's just really within a quarter of a mile of the junction of Fort Rock State Park, which is kind of an interesting geological formation. I stopped here and filled up my water bottles. It says always open. Open always. If you ring the bell, they'll come out and open up the store. The house is right next door to the store. So good stop for water supply. I actually was down to a liter and a half. So the first 30 miles or so of Highway 31 takes you up. It's not a major elevation gain or anything, but you're up in the Ponderosa Pines, and it's nice. And then after about 30 miles, it drops you off down through the Juniper Zone and then into this, which is the high desert. Silver Lake is a tiny town, just a few hundred population. They have a motel, a cafe and a small grocery. 22 miles to the south here on Highway 31. I'll come to Summer Lake, and just gonna go right to there and find me a place to settle in. I've been riding now for 8 straight days. I need a day off. Today's not the day off, but at some point tomorrow I should make it into Lakeview, and then into Northern California. I should be in Nevada in the next 2 days. So I'm on the climb up out of Silver Lake. You can see I actually started way right about there in those mountains, and I'm gonna say it's about a 5-mile climb, 4-mile climb, maybe 5% grade. So I've just come up. This pass out of Silver Lake is called Picture Rock Summit, and I'm sure there's some place up here where there's pictograms or petroglyphs, but it wasn't marked, so it's probably for the best because stuff like that gets destroyed. Anyway, right here at the top you can see what's coming down the other side here. I'm going to come down into the next little town of Summer Lake. This was Silver Lake, this is Summer Lake. And it looks like it's going to be nice and flat down there. There's a reservoir, I see standing water. And then the town of Paisley, which is 34 miles to the south. So I stopped at the town here in Summer Lake and went to the store and bought a beer and asked the guy, where can I camp? And there is an RV park here, but he told me to just go down to the reservoir. As you can see, maybe I should have waited. I'm gonna go down here to the reservoir and just find me a place. Said it would be fine. So I've come down from Silver Lake, this way to the north, along Highway 31 at the base of this mountain, to right about there where the town of Summer Lake is. And I stopped in there and to buy a beer and asked the guy at the counter where would be a good place to camp near town. He directed me out here to this reservoir. I believe it's Anna's Reservoir. There is an RV park if you we're looking for laundry, showers, Wi-Fi, that kind of stuff. I didn't stop. This right here is like 5 stars. I know that might sound crazy, but I have enough water to last till tomorrow, and it's just high desert, junipers, and see the big mountains I came over. Anyway, so I'm gonna set my tent up right here. So I've broke camp at the reservoir, had a little oatmeal and some coffee, and I'm making pretty good time south on Highway 31 out of Summer Lake, which I enjoyed. I liked that. It was a beautiful night, had a great view of the sky, and the traffic is almost non-existent. See, I'm going to go up a little hill here. But next town is Paisley, 28 miles. And Lakeview is 74 miles away. Morning, horses. So here's Summer Lake, the actual lake. I don't know if you'd be able to see it. It's huge, actually. And around the lake there are plumes of steam because this is a very volcanic area, and there's a lot of hot springs. So last night I camped at Anna Reservoir in Summer Lake, and I camped with the fly off of the tent. And I like to do that. I like to be able to see the sky. But there was a heavy dew and my sleeping bag got a little bit wet. It's all dry now with this wind and the sun. And the temperatures here it's in the 60s or maybe upper 50s. So it's pretty nice. So I'm just doing a short stop to get the sleeping bag dried out. So I'm here in downtown Paisley. There's a grocery store, a restaurant, and right here is a restaurant slash saloon. Just stop in and have a cup of coffee. Still 23 miles from Valley Falls. So yesterday I arrived at the town of Valley Falls. At Valley Falls, Highway 31 stops and becomes our junctions with 395 and continues south to the town of Lakeview. The wind has come up. It's probably 30 knots here at the top of the pass. Well, I'm not at the top of the pass. I'm at the bottom of the pass. I have to climb to the top of the pass. There's a lot of climbing on the route this time. Matter of fact, I haven't had very many flat level areas. Anyway, Lakeview, I stealth camped right off the road, past these rocks last night. No rain. It's cool. I would say it's 40. So I've just come up the climb out of Valley Fall, and I was told several times that it was going to be a heck of a climb, but it was only about 3 miles of 5%. So I'm about 8 miles to the north of Lakeview, where it might be a hotel day. I am out of camera storage memory card again, so I'm using my FlipCam. The next part, I need to get into some place where I can spend an hour or two with the internet, so I can figure out if I'm going to do either more east to Nevada or straight down to California. I'm within striking distance of California. I mean, literally, I can make it today. It's probably only 25 miles.